What's going on? Yeah, no. There's sound coming from somewhere. Delete it. Kill it. It's dead. Awesome. Hey, it's art night. Are we ready to make something? My stuff is all messed up. Ugh, gross. That might be better. I'm working on today. Well, I started on Thursday. I think it was Thursday. It wasn't Thursday. It was Friday. I started it on Friday. I did a teach myself to drive and draw session. It was really fun. I would drive a little race and then come over here and do some art. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. Definitely going to happen again. But what I started on was this. Uh-oh, Fen is here. It has begun. What I started on was this drawing of a cat and a fish, because I wanted to draw there's that scene in Macbeth where Lady Macbeth is trying to get Macbeth to kill the king and take his place. And she says something about letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage. Hi, Finn. And I never until last week wondered what the adage actually was. So I looked it up, and it's about a cat who wants to get a fish, but it doesn't want to get its feet wet. So I started on the just lines for this. So I'm going to work on that, finishing up the lines, and then transferring it to watercolor paper. And then I also have this pair of shoes that I have my first archery tournament coming up. And if all goes according to prophecy, I'm going to, February 1st, shoot my first archery tournament. But my shoes are really boring. So I'm going to paint them purple. So I'm going to work on that too. So that's my arts and crafts night in a nutshell. Let me know what you guys are going to work on. What kind of weird ass stuff are y'all going to make? God, I hope it's weird. Because what I'm working on is pretty normal. So one of y'all is going to have to carry the weird this time around. How's the snow treating everybody? Did you get any? We had yesterday little tiny little balls of white. I don't know that you can call it snow though. I had hoped we would get some snow because I love a snow day, but it's just been rainy, boring old rain. You know what? I don't know what I want to work on first. I think I'm into shoes first. Honestly, shoes first. Because I'm gonna use real paint and stuff. Like a real artist. I'm gonna use acrylic paints. What? So what are we working on? You're working on course syllabi and web pages, not the most artsy project, but classes start in 1 week, and they need to get done. You are not the only one of my friends who's in that same, oh shit, I need to finish my syllabus boat right now. There's, it's a pandemic of unfinished syllabi right now. But, I don't know, I like making web pages, though. So that's, I like making web pages. I would find some artistic merit in that if it was me. I feel like you can get pretty creative with those. Same with syllabi. You should hide some weird secret messages in your syllabi. Bonus points if anybody decodes it, figures it out and brings it to your attention. Like, if they look at the first word of every paragraph or first word of every page or something, and it says, like, see me for extra credit, what would happen? Would anyone notice? So I'm, first off, before you can paint a shoe, you gotta clean the shoe. And I'm using acetone to just clean off the parts that I'm gonna paint. I'm just gonna paint the white bits. You do hide extra credit instructions in your syllabi. They have to send you a cat photo for credit. Fen loves that idea. Right, Fen? Oh my gosh, have people done it? Last semester, only 3 out of 32 students in one class noticed. No one in the other class. Oh yeah, I would have been pretty sad about that as well. Because that's fewer cat photos for you. And that's what's really important. Is that you get the maximum amount of cat photos. Do I get extra credit if I send you cat pics? And I'm going to do this the hard way, and I don't think I'm going to tape anything. Should I tape it? I probably should. It is. Thanks for noticing. I've been working really hard on my photorealism. Like, you can even pick them up. It's crazy. Do I want to go just purple? Is that... I mean, that's blue, actually. Do I even have a purple? Oh my god, if I don't have a purple... Shout. Shout. Extra credit for everyone. Now, I know I have purple. Why would I not have purple? How is this possible? Am I going to have to use Sharpie? I might have to use Sharpie. I have to do this old school. Yeah, she's definitely looking at ghosts. What do you got, Fen? God, you're cute. Don't. Oh my god, she's so adorable. I can't tolerate you. Also, I gave her a little buddy in her little cat chair there. I'm waiting for her to just kick it in the floor in a fit of rage. Alright, well, there's no purple in here, but this is close. We're close to purple. But it's technically blue, so I don't know how I feel about it. You've accidentally conditioned Evie to expect true now. Oh my god. So one of my good friends, I cat sit for her and her precious babies. And I don't cat sit for her. I cat sit for her precious babies. She can cat sit herself. But she and her kids and her kitties gave my kitties a Christmas present, and one of the items is one of those little squeezy uppy treats. And I don't want to give it to my cats because they're gonna expect it from now on. As soon as they have one, it's like you know when you were in school and they would tell you not to do a marijuana, not even once, because you'll become addicted to it. And I know that'll be my cats. Immediately addicted to the squeezy uppy treat. Alright, why don't I have a purple freaking paint marker? I'm gonna have to use a brush. Ew. I hate using a brush. I have to scour my closet for purple paint and a brush All right. Found some purple paint and like, oh shit, a color shifting like over paint. So hopefully that works out. I mean, I was really hoping this would be easy and I could do it with a marker. Alas, of course it wouldn't be easy. Of course not. Gogurt for your cat. Yeah, that's what Churu is. Evie is a cat. Evie is a cat. And this cat is adorable. Actually, if you look in the Discord, there's a picture of said adorable cat in the pets thing, in the pets channel. It's just a giant gray floof. So precious. Cat those. Man, I don't want to use a brush. So now I am gonna have to like tape up and like. I can't even open this bottle. Hey Fen, can I use your toenails? RQ. A bottle opener. Got it. Little gray cloud. Ugh. Ugh, it's so. It is a bright purple. Hopefully this will make it a little darker. I like darker purples more than I like the bright ones. I think this will be a good combo. I don't know that you can see what colors we're actually working with here. But artist tape. You've been in a flare up. She thinks if you lay down. Oh, no. No, yeah, she's super spoilt. You know what? I don't want to tape them. I'm just going to be real careful. How about that? Just be real careful. I also actually have Bella in here as well. You guys want to see how cute this dog is? Look at that thing. You see that thing? All wrapped up in her blankie. Cutest little thing. Ancient and adorable. Do I have water? Got some water. So what do you do when she thinks it's churu time and it's not churu time? And like, what does she do? Has she like made threats on your life? Because Fen will. I think if I ever allow Fen a cat Gogurt, I think she'll threaten my life if I don't give her one every day. Fen, are you violent? Do nothing if you're violent. See? Told you. Do you hear her little creaky meows? Precious little squeaker. Hi, baby. Do you want to paint? Should I put some paint on your little hand and let you walk around on some paper? Should I do that? I had Bella paint once. We went and I rubbed her little hand in some watercolor and smashed it on the paper. And so now I have this like watercolor print of Bella's hand. She's so cute. What an ugly color. Just kidding. It's a fine color. It's just an ugly paint job. I think we're gonna need like 7 layers of this minimum. 7 minimum. And like, why do I need this? Why can't I just wear the same thing that everyone else wears? You know, why does it have to be customized? Is my ego so great that I can't wear the same thing as someone else? Yeah, I guess it is. The sound of starvation. Give that cat doesn't get treats. Have you seen how large this cat is? This cat. This cat is gorda. Very, very big cat though. She doesn't get treats. She barely gets food. Her life is bad. She's actually not loved, really, to be honest. Uh-oh. Jacob says you need more treats. Is he your favorite now? This cat's actually never had a treat in its life, to be honest. Because I literally don't love her. So she doesn't get treats. She's never fed. Yeah, her whole life is really empty and pathetic. Right, Finn? Right? He's right. No one loves you. Man, so many layers will be needed. There's no way I'm finishing these shoes today. The squeak of protest, wasn't it adorable? Oh, and I get a little headbutt too. Aww. Hi, little baby. Now you put my finger in your ear. That was you. What a thing. What a thing. What an absolute thing. Man, this part's gonna be tricky. I never really learned to color inside the lines, so this one might be tough. Oh my god, I'm so miserable with a brush. Absolutely miserable. Almost as pathetic as this cat. That's how pathetic I am with a brush. But maybe if I keep doing it, it's a crazy idea. Maybe if I keep doing it, I'll get better at it. I don't know. Word on the street is that's how practice works, but I have no proof of it. Oh my god. So other than syllabi, shoes, a watercolor here in a minute, what else do we got to work on? What else? we doing that's creative? And how are we finding January 2025 so far? I've been like equal measures inspired to uh like make big life changes and like follow my dreams, bro. But also equally inspired to kind of make no changes and do nothing of consequence. It's a tough job being a millennial. So many layers. I'm gonna need so many layers. Holy crap. Usually, when I'm doing shoes, I do Sharpie. But for this, I don't know. I wanted to be crazy and paint. Why? Why couldn't I do Sharpie again? Do what I know. Why do I have to branch out and try new things? I guess I should. I mean, it's showing brush strokes really pretty heavily. Maybe I should. Maybe I should like make them parallel brush strokes so they don't look like crap. I don't know. Uh, Maybe I should just let it look like crap. That's an option. I hate it. So, what was the best cat picture that someone has sent you for extra credit? Do they just send like plain old cat pics, or has anyone like dressed up their cat in medieval costume or anything like really crazy for their cat pic? And do they all get the same amount of extra credit just for sending a cat pic, or does creativity gain more points? And how is it hidden in your syllabus? I need to know everything. Yeah, 7 coats I think is being generous. I think we're gonna have to do a lot of coats. Yeah. Well, I think it's well. I mean, for a syllabus, just having a syllabus is hidden. Syllabi are occult documents. I'm convinced because nobody reads them. Like you have them sign it at the back. That's like I've read this, and then they're confused about how class works, and you're like, you said you read the syllabus. We went over the syllabus in class. Like you should know. There's no mysteries here. So yeah, I guess you wouldn't need to hide it. The fact that it's in a syllabus is hidden enough. They're always themed to the course. So for literature and film, you're looking for cats reading or cats with books. For film exhibition, you're looking for cats with popcorn. Ah, cats with tiaras and crowns. Oh, I love this. It's hidden in plain sight, clearly stated at the bottom of a section of other fine print as proof you have read a syllabus thoroughly. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is it'll be clear as day and they'll be like, yeah, I read it. They didn't read it. Hang on, I need to take all my drugs. Mm. If you need a reminder to take your evening meds, do so now. Although it's 8 o'clock, it might be a bit late. It's 8 o'clock here, anyway. Man, I wish I could use the hair dryer. The hair dryer would help quite a lot in between all of these coats. You need to decide how you want to pair cats with film history. Cats in black and yeah, I was thinking cats in black and white, or yeah, dressed as characters in a historical film. Yeah, everyone's on YouTube today, but I think people are usually on YouTube. I think I usually get more people on YouTube than Twitch. But also I have only like 30 followers on Twitch, so why would I expect anyone to watch like 30 followers on Twitch versus I think I have about 200 on YouTube. So I guess it tracks that YouTube is the more popular place. But yeah, cats recreating a scene would be hilarious. Finn, if you had to recreate a scene from a film from history, what scene would you recreate? Is there a movie with like a famous bath in it? Because that's what she would do. She would take a bath on film. Cats recreating scenes would be fun. You need to do some experimental googling. I did some googling today and found like all of my personal information somewhere. Gross. So if you haven't googled yourself in a while, you should probably do that. I love the idea of recreating a scene with a cat. But I'm really bad at having seen films. Like for someone who went to film school, I really haven't watched any movies really. Maybe I would take a picture of Fen with a little mouse that says Rosebud on it or something. Or don't know. I don't know, Finn. I would probably get too caught up in taking a creative picture with my cat than actually paying attention in class. So be careful. Don't give him anything too fun to do. Talking about this makes me miss Gish a lot. That's something that would be an item for Gish. Like, can you put a horse mask on a pillow next to your? Yeah, yes, yes. And like, can you imagine if it was like the item for Gish would have been like uh recreate recreate a classic movie scene with cats. Three cats must be used. Uh, one cat must be a feral cat from your neighborhood. Like, it would just be this wild, like, impossible task. We should do our own Gish. That would be incredible fun. And, like, I'm sure we can find enough people to put together something, you know, enough. Like, something interesting enough. Alright. I like. These need to just dry for a while. I'm gonna have to do this one when I can use the hair dryer. So for now, I will leave these and come back to them. Finn, are you ready for the next thing? Little cat. Bella. All right, time to draw. Time for hey. Shocking. Time for music. I need some tunes. I need some tunes. I also need my pencil. My pencil is downstairs. Yes, I have one pencil. One. One pencil. Right. My pencil lives in here. Goes with me everywhere. Because I've had like wild cramps in my leg lately. I had to get my rolling pin. I'm gonna just kind of like just an idea for everybody. Don't tear a muscle in your calf. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It takes months to heal. And when you think it's healed, it's not. And then you spend 3 days barely able to walk again because your muscles just keep seizing up. So don't do athletic things. Just stay seated. Getting fit is not fun because you'll rip your legs up. You have to live by the rolling pin. All right. Pencil. Yeah, do that kind of thing, walk into the bathroom. I was warming up for a dance performance. Like, we weren't doing the dance. I was like, I was walking to the bathroom, actually. I was like tiptoe running to the bathroom just before I was supposed to go on. And there was a big inside my calf, and the rest is history. Also, wasn't it with you? I think I was with you, doll, when I first sprained my ankle where it just wouldn't heal, and I ended up having to get surgery for it. I think we were in DC. Was it with you? It might have been. It was like it might have been with Anna, but I feel like it was during. I can't remember. I don't remember. Who was I in DC with? Why was I in DC? I think it was a Steampunk Unlimited trip. I think it was one of those Steampunk Unlimited weekends. And for some reason we went to DC as well. And sprained my ankle and it never healed. That was like 2016, probably. All right, so I need to clean up the lines on here so that I can get a good trace out of it. I'm wondering actually if I should ink the lines for an even better trace. Although it's not, the tracing paper is fine. You know, you'll be able to see through it fine. I think it'll be all right as is. I just want to, I think, make sure my details look good. Yeah, I did. No, I definitely. So I did take a bus. I took a mega bus up there one time. Maybe that's what it was. I took a mega bus to DC. And then we drove from DC to. And we drove from DC to wherever that was, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I remember the first time I listened to the Hamilton soundtrack, and I lost my mind laughing because of the orphanage. Just killed me. Orphanage. Like, we're like really excited about the orphanage. God. I want to look at some pictures of some fish to find out what kind of details I need to add to this fishy pic. Fish. Let's take a look. Scales. Probably. I'll share the tunes with you. Share the tunes. Oh my gosh. That was just such a man. I feel like the golden days of conventions are behind us. I go to my fair share of conventions still. And maybe it's because I'm in my 30s, close to 40. They're just not as good as they used to be. Like, just like that convention in Strasbourg was like so pointless, and it was the most fun. Do you do you I think the culture has shifted a lot. I want to talk to you about the folks we like partied with in Strasbourg that one year. I don't want to name drop or anything, but like something about I like flesh or something. What? Watching people do things that people don't usually watch other people do. Just like pinnacle convention behavior. And now I feel like conventions are really like commercial events, which it's fine, I guess. It's just, man, I miss the crazy. I miss breaking beds, you know? Breaking beds and watching people pee. Really, really miss that. That said, I got in as a guest at a convention this year in April. I'm gonna be a guest at Jordan Con. And I need to apply as a guest for Multiverse. I think theirs just opened. And I feel like I should branch out, but I'm like sick of going to Atlanta all the time. Like, twice a year in Atlanta is plenty for me. I wish there were more conventions in like Charlotte, maybe Richmond. I know we have a good one in Charlotte on my birthday weekend. Actually, so what's that one? Con Carolinas. That's a fun one. But it's just one, and they don't even have an art show. So I don't know how good it would be for me to go. Yeah, you know. If I was still living in Knoxville. This fish is phallic as hell. Phallic as hell. I just love that tune. I love that song. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen again. And I'm gonna put on shuffle, please. Atlanta does Bogart. I know the people in Atlanta enjoy seeing me, but it's a up to 12-hour drive. Oof. And I don't know that flying, I mean, if I come as an artist, flying definitely doesn't make sense. I love seeing the people in Atlanta. Atlanta has some of the best people. Can confirm. Yeah, lots of smaller cons around DC. I think the smaller cons charging adds maybe an hour, 2 hours, not even. Charging probably adds about an hour, but it's the traffic. You get traffic through Charlotte. You get traffic through whatever that place near South Carolina is. And then, of course, you get traffic in Atlanta. Like, you have to drive through, like, 3 major cities worth of traffic to get from Durham to there. Is it Columbia? I don't... Yeah, is that where, what's that college? It's not... I mean, it's definitely not as bad traffic-wise as Charlotte or Atlanta. But... yeah, wherever Clemson is, there's usually not much, but like some traffic.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption.
I should look at DC. DC is what, 4 hours? Yeah, 3 hours 58. So yeah, it would take me probably 5 hours. I need to think north. I need to think north. But again, my art, I don't know that my art belongs honestly in the convention circuit. Like there are some people who make their livings doing the convention circuit like that as artists, and I think I'm a little too poppy. I think my stuff is like would do better at a art fair, craft fair sort of thing. I'd have to learn a whole new style of painting probably to make the most of the con circuit. Which I guess isn't bad, but like, you know, you're supposed to stay true to yourself. Stay true to your style or whatever. Something about like creating for yourself and your audience will come or whatever. Don't change your style. I'm not trying to sell out, I'm just trying to sell. But I don't want to do oil painting. It requires a brush. We've already established I'm no good with a brush. Although, they are an older crowd, right? So, I could just do some digital stuff and be like, yeah, it's oil. Because, like, they would just believe it, right? Easy words to say. When that trust fund pays the bills. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me. The trust fund. shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. But it is. I wish I had a trust fund. You ever watch that episode of? You ever watch Dairy Girls? There's an episode where they're all like there's this one rich student at their school. They're all talking about going to Paris for the school field trip, and the rich kid is like, "Well, I'm just using my trust fund," and all the like normal kids go home and ask their parents about their trust funds, like they thought they had trust funds. Kids. Yeah, it was a weird place to start listening to Hamilton. Very, very weird place to start. I was like, who even is Hamilton? And I would like to know also how I avoided knowing anything about Hamilton until that moment. Like, how did I miss what, a year, 3 years of cultural phenomenon? Where was I? What was I doing? Is it close to the beginning? I don't know. Maybe it was. I feel like I came to it pretty late in the game. I actually got to see it a couple years ago. I don't actually know how we managed that. I got to see it in New York like 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe. Unless I was a Broadway nerd, I wouldn't have known about it much before. Yeah, I was definitely not a Broadway nerd. There's a lot of things that I'm a nerd about, and musicals is not one of them. I'm not a big fan of musicals, generally. Because I have no whimsy. No sense of whimsy. Not a single whimsical bone in my body. Look, Finn, you've got your face in that cat's butt. Did you want your face in that cat's butt? Finn, you're not doing a very good job at helping me paint right now. Are you gonna hop in here at some point? Get your act together? You have to give the people what they want, Finn. And the people don't want to watch me draw. They want to watch you prevent me from drawing. So you need to get on that. Hello. Ah, here we go. There we are. Hi. Finally. Finally, she's working, earning her living. Here you go. Draw something. Fen putting her face on the companion's butt is pretty cute, but you also like watching you draw. Oh, thanks. Baby. Hi, baby. All right, go back to your spot. This was a Christmas gift from my mother-in-law, and it's probably the cutest thing. It's little baby Finn. Actual dimensions, correct dimensions as well. Finn, I'm supposed to give you some paint. You want some paint? Do we have any cat-friendly paint? I'm gonna have to research some cat-friendly paint. You're back. Hello. Hello, Fan. Can I get in here? Oh, it's bath time on the drawing. The paint. Oh, yeah, the paint in the Ziploc bag. Yes. Fen, we should do that. Should I do that like right now? I have Ziploc bags. And I have a cat. I mean, those are the two things that are really required for that. Fen, you want to try it? Should we try that? We're gonna try it. I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time getting her to cooperate. Actually, though, she's gonna suddenly be completely uninterested in helping. Should we try? Should we try, baby Finn? Hi, baby bee. Oh, Finn, this is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, Finn. Where do I keep my Ziplocs? Where do I keep my Ziplocs, Finn? Huh? Where do I keep those? Transfer paper, which I will need here in a minute, actually. Alright, we're gonna have to use a smaller canvas, but I think, yeah, okay. We're gonna use a watercolor board, which I think will just barely fit in here. I like this purple. So what do I do? Just put some dots and then slide it in? Let's Sure, it'll slide in first, I guess. Oh, barely. Oh, this is gonna be messy. I love this. What do we got? Purple. I want this. I want this green. It's like a metallic green. Finn. She's gonna run off. She's gonna leave the room. I can feel it. Oh, wait, Finn. You have to wait. Not yet, Finn. Not yet. Oh my God, she's desperate to get in here. Oh shit, that was a lot. And then this one. My fingernails are so messed up. I had a gel manicure several weeks ago, and now that it's all chipped off, my fingernails are just bending, not serving their purpose. Oh, gross. There's like no paint in that, just like oil. Gross. All right, Finn. Hang on, little baby. It's almost time to work your little kitty magic. All right. There you go, baby. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with it? Shit. So many mess. Here. Come here, Finn. I'm gonna pretend to draw on it. Finn. Come here. Come help. Yeah. Come help. Come help. It's crinkly. Do you like crinkles? Come on, Finn. Help me. I knew she would have no interest in assistance. As soon as I make it for her, she's not into it. Well, Finn, guess what? You're not getting out of it. You're not getting out of this just because you don't want to. No. You're an artist. Any cat of mine is going to make art. Here, sit on that. Want some nip? We'll try some nip. If I have some nip. Nip? I don't know if I have any. I have nip, Finn. You want some of this? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you your own little station right here. Finn's art station. Off you pop. Come on then. You work on yours and I'll work on mine. Do we think it's gonna work? Place your bets now. No, she's gonna come over here and bother mine. Oh, bother mine and hers at the same time. Finn? I'm drawing over here. Oh, sneezes. Sneezes. It's not going great. Not going great, is it, little kitty? She's like sniffing at the catnip, but not touching the paper. Yes, yes, Dolly, yes. Do it, because I bet Evie's art will be much better than Fenn's. Not that you can compare art, you know, by two. It's like comparing Monet and Dali. Like, not that you can compare the two. But I bet Evie will actually do it. Not like this piece of crap here. You piece of crap? No, you're perfect. Come here. Fan. Ugh. I hate you. I don't hate you. I love you more than life itself, but you're not cooperating at all. Come. Oh my gosh. Come this way. On this paper. Right here. Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Oh, you gotta walk on the paper. You gotta walk on the art. She's walking everywhere except on. If this was a keyboard, she'd be walking all over it. But it's not a keyboard. Come on, roll around on your drugs. Get high. I want you to get really high right now, Finn. Come on. There we go. Steer it around. She does not understand. Come on, Finn. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. The paint's not going anywhere. It's not gonna dry, so maybe at some point she will realize that she was born an artist and has creativity inside her. Then I'll give you a treat if you do it. That's right. You've never had a treat in your life. But I'll give you one if you paint with me. She knows I'm lying. She knows I'm full of it. Where's your little fish? Bring your. Maybe you need your little fishy toy. Come on, it's Crinkles. She loves Crinkles. What else can I bribe you with? Do you want a plastic bag? Would a plastic bag convince you? Let's see. She's such a turd. Come on, Vin. Yes. Yes. Plastic bag. still barely touching the canvas though. Useless animal. Mine. Give me that bag. You have to come over here and get it. Come get your bag. This is hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. She just wants to play with the bag. So please tell me that Evie is actually doing the thing correctly. One of our cats has to make a brilliant painting that earns millions of dollars so that we can make stupid movies. Like, yes. See if it has any effect. Maybe we'll put it in the bag and see if that fixes the issue. She's on it, and you're not sure how much the paint is moving. Yeah, I don't... Here. Lay on top of the bag. Yeah. Well, that's there whenever you're ready for it, Finn. You little turkey. You little turkey. Finn. Why does she want to help every other time? And now when it's her actual thing, she doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Is it because she's a cat? Is that the main problem? Freaking cats, man. Maybe this will be my Monday nights from now on, is just trying to convince my cat to paint with me. And you can all follow the war, the battles that ensue, the contest of wills. I was thinking I was gonna ink this, but I don't think I will, actually. I think I'm gonna do two versions of it. I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna trace it, and transfer it onto watercolor paper and do a watercolor version of it. But then I'm gonna do the white highlights and black shadow shading situation on this gray paper because I think that it will be. I think it'll look really cool both ways. So I'm gonna do it both ways. Yeah, I gotta make it look like she's not allowed to do it. Yeah. Finn, hey, don't touch this. This is mine. You can't have it. Let's see if that worked. She does not care. Not one bit. Why are you the worst? Doll, I can't wait to see what your cat has painted. And then I can shame my cat with your cat's art. Cat shaming. Finn, stop taking a bath and come over here and do your homework. Do your homework, Finn. Finn, you're fired. Finn, like, art detected. Well, there's supposed to be actual Finn art happening. I've stuck some paint on a canvas and I'm waiting for her to come stand on it. She won't do it. There you go. I have that. But otherwise, this is a drawing inspired by Macbeth. When Lady Macbeth says to Macbeth, you know, I should just pull the quote up, actually, instead of trying to remember something that I just clearly don't remember. Let's see. Folger, Shakespeare. Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem? Letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage. So, the adage I only recently learned is about this cat who wants to eat a fish, but doesn't want to get its feet wet. So, here we are painting Macbeth and Duncan the fish, I guess. Duncan, like dunk, like it's underwater. Duncan. And Macbeth. Meowkbeth. Just kidding, it's Meowkbeth and Duncan. So, that's the Fen-like art that I'm currently preparing to trace for transfer onto the canvas. And then Fenn is over here not doing her art at all. Because that's the kind of artist that she is. For her, no creation is creation. She is, you know, turning art on its head, you know. She's really doing something as an artist, as a wee kato. So, you know, look out for her gallery coming soon. Just a bunch of empty walls. It is performance art for sure. That would make sense. She is my little beast. I've been told I am a performer. So it would make sense that she's a performance artist more than a painter. And I was originally on this art going for a kind of Art Nouveau style. But I think I decided that like the weird perspective of whatever's going on here is, I mean, it was more interesting for me to draw. So I don't know if I will be maintaining the Art Nouveau aesthetic of it, or if it's just gonna kind of be its own. However I paint it is how it gets painted, kind of thing. I don't know that I'm trying for any particular style anymore, or if it just is what it is. What do you think, Finn? Here, if you're gonna leave, go this way. If you're gonna leave, come here and go this way. Come here. Is there a ghost? Is there a ghosty? Freaking useless. Okay. Is it in Discord now? Ah! Ah! Evie! Did you use Churu? Oh my goodness. Damn it, Fenn! You see this cat? You're letting this cat outdo you. As a painter. Are you gonna let that stand? You gonna allow that? You gonna let yourself be second best cat painter? Get over here. She is not into it at all. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I'm pissed. JK, I love it so much. What are you gonna do with that painting? Please, please frame it. Have, like, make up a little signature for her. Or maybe put her hand in some... Yeah, she's... Fenn's... You know, she has no ambition. Fenn has no ambition. She's the opposite to me. And I guess that's okay, you know. I guess we don't all need to have dreams and ambitions in life. I've probably got enough for both of us, so... Fine. Feather. Ooh. She's back asleep. She doesn't. At least she's purring. At least she's happy in her uselessness. Alright. Go back to sleep, dum dum. You'll paint when you're ready. I believe that. I believe that in my soul. She'll paint when she's ready. Or when the world is ready for her art. Maybe she knows that the world just isn't ready for such amazing cat painting.
Our conversations always end up in a nosedive. Can't see it ending any differently this time around. Yeah. Let's take a second and make sure we're on the right track before we say something that we both know we can't take back.
Should make the little fish's nose coming out of the water too a bit. I think.
We don't need to talk about it. There's nothing left for
Ah, it's so crooked. Yeah, we're not prepared. I think that's the truth of it. Is that just the world isn't ready for Fen as an artist. It's fine. There's her time will come. I should probably show you Bella's painting. Bella made some art. Yeah, I love that that differentiation of Art Nouveau and Art Deco. Like Art Deco being made by dwarves and Art Nouveau being made by elves, because it's fairly true. Let's see. Bella, do you want out, baby? Here, wait. Daddy's busy. Come in here and wait. I'll take you in a minute. Come on. Elbon. Daddy will take you in like just a little bit. Art Gato. That's brilliant. I love that Art Gato. Let's see. See if I can find Bella's painting. Oh, we're real close. How do I freaking hate the whatever this is, Photos app for iPhone. Freaking hate it. Was that in September? Maybe. Was this I think it was pre-leg injury. So maybe it was July or August. Sometime in the rain. I love it. What a good cat to paint that. Ella, where's your painting? Ugh, this is good. Really good content right here. Watching me scroll my phone. It was after Miley. Before Broken Me. I think. Maybe I was broken. Literally, why is this app so bad that I can search and find some things, but other things never appear. All right, I've searched painting, 526 results, and I can find the paintings around it. But how can I get to, let's see, actually, July 25th, 2024. Okay, that's where we'll go. July 2024. It says it's October 2024 the whole way through. May, June, July. July 23rd. We're almost there. 24th. Here we go. I drew this picture of Bella. Adorable. Adorable little Bella Bean. And then I let it rain on the adorable little Bella Bean. We painted with raindrops. And then she signed it. Look at that. Look at that. That's my puppy's little handprint. So cute. Ah! Look at her little toenails, because her toenails were so long at the time. Wild. Wild. So cute. So at least the dog makes art, even if the cat is a piece of crap. Art gecko made by reptiles. Holy Art gecko. Do I have... Too much crap on my desk. Art gecko. I will be stealing that. Thank you. Art gecko. That's brilliant. Paw print transfer papers. Yeah, you get one of these things. This is like, it's just graphite. And it is really, really sensitive. I bet I could smash her paw onto a paper. And have a little paw print with just that graphite paper. Here's a wee fishy poking its nose out the water, and a wee cat though not putting its hand in the water. Yeah, they sell ink ones for paws and baby feet. would just like, I don't know. I'm hesitant to. I guess so. You don't put the ink on the foot. It's like the graphite paper. It's ink on one side, and you just pop it down. Is that how it works? Need to figure out the ripple situation here. You can use them to make an etching mask too. Word. Yeah, that's interesting. I should look into that. Not that not that Fen would take any part in it. I wonder if the other cat will play. Seven! Kevin! Let's see if the other cat will play. Is that down with you? Yeah. She laid back down though. You can take her if you think she needs to go. She acted like she wanted to go. What an old dog. Sweet old dog. I don't remember what was going on. Oh yeah, 7. The other cat might do something with that painting. But she's elusive. She's probably downstairs begging for food. Seven. I need a better eraser. Use the carbon print to make a wax negative mask to etch a brass plaque or something. Holy shit. That's so much work, Liam. I don't know that. I mean, Fen doesn't have this in her, so. Fen can't even stand on a thing. I actually like that the fish is now taunting the cat in this drawing. Poor cat. Say poor cat. Like this cat's not gonna kill this fish. If only it didn't have to get its feet wet. I also am not. I don't know if I need something in like all of this negative space down here on the bottom, or if I should just paint it a color. I kind of want to leave it white. A laser etch would be cool too. Man, a brass plaque would be really cool. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do to make that happen. fun to do a partner painting with the cat. Like if the cat could smear the paint around and then I could do like an over line, I guess, some line art on top of that would be really cool. But I'm gonna have to somehow figure out how to make her, how to convince her to paint with me. Aw. Paul, you're the sweetest. I just saw your message, Paul. That's really kind of you. You're great. I miss you. I miss all the Fayetteville gang, honestly. Sweet Tea in Fayetteville was some of the most fun theater that I've done. I wish Raleigh and Durham had some good stuff that was accessible like Sweet Tea is. But we're so stuffy here. What motivates Fen? Food? Maybe? Her little fishy toy? Honestly, this is like her favorite thing in the world. I keep a plastic bag in my closet, and every morning she wakes me up, and it's not like, feed me, feed me. It's open your closet door so I can lick the bag. She's motivated by crinkles. But at the same time, she's not motivated by anything. She's very lazy. Right, Finn? Yeah. Sleepy. Oh. So sleepy. Man, it must be a sleepy day. I think I've got too many ripples in the water, probably. But whatevs. I need to just I like these lines are still really messy. And before you trace, you gotta have clean lines. So I'm just trying to clean up some of these lines so I can actually see what I'm doing when I do the trace. about satisfied with this. And I think any other finessing I can do on the canvas itself. So, I got my tracing paper. I'm just gonna tape this bad boy down. Start tracing. Which makes me not a real artist because I trace. So, just, I guess, a disclaimer. I'm not a real artist because I trace my art. So, sorry. If you were expecting real art, you won't get any here. And rather than this pencil, I don't like to use like fine. No, Da Vinci was not an artist at all. No, he traced. And he used references. Artists don't do that. I don't like to use fine, like, mechanical pencils on tracing paper. It indents too much on the paper. I like to use a yellow number 2. Yellow number 2. That doesn't sound healthy. Yellow number 2. You know what? I remember pretty clearly that these Dixon Ticonderogas used to be left-handed. And now this one is not left-handed. This is a right-handed pencil. But I swear, when I was younger, that these Ticonderogas were left-handed pencils. Did they change that? When did these become right-handed pencils? Or is this a alternate reality situation? Mandela effect thing. Who knows? How do you tell the difference between a right-handed and a left-handed pencil? I'm glad you asked. Do I have any left-handed implements? I probably don't. I probably don't have a single left-handed implement in this entire tub. But the thing is, if you hold it in your right hand like you're writing, the words on the pencil will be right side up. That's a right-handed pencil. You hold it in your left hand, the words are upside down. So a left-handed one, you hold it in your left hand, the words are right side up. But I probably don't have anything with that orientation in here. But I clearly remember as a kid being like really excited that the Ticonderoga that I had was left-handed. It's right-handed now. When did they go to the dark side? Yeah, these are all not a sinister pen amongst them. Not a single thing. Everything's right-handed. No, it doesn't work differently. It's just that the text is readable. Yeah. There's no there's no reason for it to be right or left-handed other than that's just some right hand privilege that people get to write with their right hands and read what's on their pencil at the same time. Lefties have to learn to read upside down. But anyway, I like to use a like traditional pencil for tracing. I just don't like how this kind of scores the paper. It's probably not a big deal. I just don't like it personally. Actually, that's a fun idea, Liam. I might have to try to find left-handed, only left-handed supplies. Make some art only with the left hand. And yeah, call it sinister art. That would definitely get the views, right? It would get the D&D is evil boomer people. They'd be like giving me all the free publicity. How can you make sinister art? It's evil. If you use a right-handed pencil in your left hand, everything you write will be reversed. So you have to write things backwards in order for it to appear normal. Source, am left-handed. That's true. Actually, my mother could write left-handed, but only backwards. You right, Beanbell? You right, baby? You go out? You go see Daddy? What you doing? Hi. Hi, banana. Come here. You go? You go pee-pees outside? Come here. Come here, Bella. Look. Come here. You want to paint? This cat won't paint. Oh, Bella Bean. You're okay. This cat won't paint. You want to paint? Catnip on it. Here. Come on, let's go get Daddy. Come on. Come on. Come on, Bella. She might need help down the stairs. My poor old dog. My poor old doggy. They told me that meant my brain was broken and made me wear glasses. Because you were writing backwards, left-handed and backwards, and they abused your left hand and made you write right-handed. They did this. They did that to a lot of people back in the day. They probably still do it, honestly. Doll, are you left-handed? Or did wearing glasses make you change the hand that you write with? Have I ever seen you write? Sure I have. Yeah, you switched hands but wrote backwards because that's so interesting. Yeah. I don't know why my mother always, if she writes left-handed, it's backwards as well. But what is Left-Handers Day? I should do a left-hand only stream on that day. When is that? August 13th. August 13th. Only left-handed drawing. Better practice. I can write left-handed well enough, but drawing left-handed, I'm slower. But that's the thing. Liam, same. I have crappy handwriting with both hands. It's basically illegible either way. It's a no-win situation. Yeah, completely mirrored. That's what my mother would do. She could, like, yeah, it would be like a perfect cursive, but right to left. Yeah, so also another thing that sucks about being ambidextrous, being ambo. I'm taking that. Is I still don't know my left from my right. It'll be like it's the hand that you write with. Which one? Because I'll pick up a pencil in either hand and just use it. So I still have to left or right. I don't know. I'm 36. Someday I'll know the difference. Maybe. So I may not too. Do I need to reset up my camera if I draw left-handed? Yeah. Might need to come at it the other way. Yeah, I need to see a pic. Gotta see a pic of this thing. Oh! Hold on a minute. Blacob. That's really good. I am a huge fan of the clothing. Like you really the clothing looks really natural. Hell yeah. I love that. And the foreshortening on that back leg. Nice. Freaking A. You're already leveling up. I'm impressed. Right? Okay, they both make an L though. That's the thing that, like, they both make an L. How? Are we too dumb to live? I'm gonna have a think on that one. You got sat beside a lefty at dinner once and just switched primary hands to eat. Holding your right hand with your palm towards you. Exactly! Exactly. They both make freaking L's. So, not only do I have to question which hand, but then I also have to, which way does the L go? I think there are greater forces at work here. 6-9 GP. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there are greater forces at work for some of us here. I can't read numbers like at all. I learned in my youth after pretty much failing every math class ever that I have to say the numbers not in English before I can actually get them in the right order. If I just look at a number and try to just think it in English or whatever, the numbers will be all in some order, not correct. But if I say them in another language, I can get them in the right order. That took me a while to figure that one out. Cat swap. Can't swap your feet around, or at least not easily. Do my feet make L's? Yeah, my feet don't make L's. Your feet make L's, Liam? You got tall people feet, though. Maybe those are different than my little child feet. Alright. Time to focus. Definitely not gonna finish this tonight. That's not gonna happen. It's already almost 10. They make a parenthesis. But how does that tell you which is left and right? I'm just gonna... I'm thinking too much about it. Baby? Are you cutest little baby cat? Cutest little baby cat to whoever baby cat is? I know you're really high up there, if not the cutest. Like, really high up there. So how's everyone's creative works coming? I saw a really good looking drawing from one of you. Some cat art. How's that syllabus going? How are those lines that you're learning going. You're creating puns and humor. Good things to create, for sure. Literature and film syllabus is now set. Hell yeah. Still working on film history. It is an art form. So is writing a syllabus. That takes a lot of something that I don't usually have. Especially if you're putting secret cat quests in it. Now you need gray sheets. Evie's now practicing the art of napping. Good, so is Fen. Let's unrestrict the view of the cat, the most important part of the stream. You're streaming this on your phone to your TV. Wow. Furry gray sheets. Oh yeah. It's tummy time. Everyone say hello to Fen's tummy. Hello, Fen's tummy. Making some air biscuits. Yummy air biscuits. Can you scratch Evie's tummy, or does she kill you for that? Is that a capital offense? Look at this one. Look at this one. Fen loves a belly rub. Such a baby Fen. Okay. You stay sleepy. Oh, no. Play. Okay. Stay over there. I'm working. Unless you work on your painting. You can work on your painting. It's on the floor. Have at it. beast. I marvel at how this cat shares a space with me. Every day. I marvel about it. All the cats in the world. I got this one. Cat distribution system doesn't make mistakes. No mistakes. Is that true, Finn? Furry sheets might make you feel like you had killed a plushy tauntaun. Oh my gosh. You wouldn't crawl inside a tauntaun to survive a winter storm? You wouldn't, like, that's not one of your dreams? Furry sheets. I don't think that furry sheets would be that bizarre. Man, I got the Ring app on my phone again. Since I got a new phone, I didn't set up the Ring app. And it was a blissful, like, 2 months of not knowing who was at the door. But even better, it was a blissful 2 months of not seeing, was that gunfire? Like, every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, there's someone posting in there, was that gunshots? And I'm like, it's Durham. Of course it was gunshots. Just learn to live with it, I guess. Was that gunshots? Yes. Of course it was gunshots. Where do you think we are? Raleigh? No. This is Durham. She's really getting in there right now. Really going to town on her butthole. So, you're welcome. For more, subscribe to her OnlyFans account. Ben has found a new level of being. Yeah, it must be really great to be able to just do what cats do, you know? It must be really good. If reincarnation is real, I'm really hoping that I get to come back as a cat. And I don't even think I need to be a house cat. Like, wild jungle cat Feral. I don't think it matters. I think I would find bliss in just licking myself all day, regardless of my environ. But, I mean, let's face it. If reincarnation is real, I'm definitely coming back as a mosquito. So, I mean, I shouldn't even worry about it. You made popcorn in the microwave tonight and only burnt yourself twice. How many times do you usually burn yourself making microwave popcorn? And explain how. I'm assuming on the packaging. When you're opening the stuff, maybe the steam. You do not want to do this again. But think about it. If you did it again and you didn't have to do it as a people, and you could just exist and vibe and like starve to death or get eaten by a predator or, you know, live a long happy life as a lapdog. I mean, these things don't sound so bad. Being a people, again, I'm not convinced I would like to do. But being an animal, just living on instincts, not realizing that I even exist, not even having to worry about I think, therefore I am. You don't gotta know right from left. It don't sound so bad to me. Evie says there's no one more aggrieved than a cat whose dinner is 5 minutes late. Evie should write a book. She's got a way with words, Evie. Starving and being eaten doesn't sound so great. No, but like if you're an animal, you don't know that. You just know that like hungry and then dead. Like there's no like greater reason for being when you're an animal. You're just like I either eat or I don't. Whatever. It sounds nice. Blissful ignorance. Stasher bag. Sounds like this existence. Eat or be eaten. Sounds, yeah, it does sound pretty familiar already, actually. You know what I wish I had an undo function for real life drawing. Oh. Did I just hurt myself erasing? Yep. Sure did. Should have stretched properly before I got started. Woof. Eat or eat, there is no try. Evie really does need to write a book. I would read. I would follow. I wouldn't just read. I would follow the book of Evie. Like, is Evie looking for disciples? Because I'm open to religion. She doesn't understand not eating. That's Fen too, I think. Man, are our cats spoiled? I hope so. I hope our cats are spoiled. Completely ruined. Alright, I think I've traced everything. I think I'm gonna put this little fishy's nose out of the water a little bit though. There's a fishy nose out of the water now. Spoiled? No? Ben, hey, are you spoiled? Do nothing if you're spoiled. I don't know about yours, but mine is. Self-admittedly spoiled. Ah! I ripped my page here. And then something that I don't know if other people do this, and I don't care if they do or not. I do it. I think it's great. So rather than take the tape off, I like to fold it around my tracing paper. So now I can use this like little reinforced section to tape it to the canvas when I transfer, and I can reuse it for multiple transfers without, because like you don't have to take the tape off to and then like risk ripping everything up. So now it's got these little reinforced sides that I can use to tape to the canvas to just make transfer easier. Here we go. Ready for graphite paper. But before I do that, I want to color this in, actually. I want to do my black and white pencils on this just to see what happens. Flurries in Atlanta today. That's awesome. Did people lose their minds? We had some I don't even know. Like it was like almost hail. It was just tiny. It was snow sized, but it was little ice balls. What do you call that? Is that sleet? I don't know what it is. Sleet maybe? I don't know what it was. But it wasn't snow. And we had like 2 minutes of it, and then it was gone. And then it's just been rain. Rain all day. Let's see if we got any snow coming. I doubt it. Actually, we're supposed to... It says there's snow today, but that's a lie. We didn't get any snow. Maybe Saturday. Sleet or hail, depending on how it forms. I'm curious now what the difference is between sleet and hail, and why I don't know, because I grew up in a place that had sleet and hail. Why don't I know the difference? Yeah, we're supposed to have some snow on Saturday, but we'll see. Oh God, Friday's gonna be miserable. I think I'm going to Swords on Friday, and it's gonna be cold, and I'm gonna die. So. Right, but it's freezing rain, but like, what does it actually look like? 20 ice pellets. So yeah, I guess that was sleet. That's what we had. Maybe. It just wasn't a whole lot at all. They differ in how they form. So sleet, hail forms in the atmosphere by bouncing around in the clouds. And they can look the same. That's very interesting. I did not know anything about the difference. They form in completely different ways and usually at different times of the year. Sleet forms in winter storms. Hail, however, forms in spring. That doesn't mean you can't have hail in the winter. I think that's probably false. Hail is like an ogre. It has layers. I love that. Like an onion. Like a cake. Meow. Meow meow. I was just looking at this thinking I can't waste this gray paper. I gotta like do a finished product on this gray paper. Hail can happen anytime, just requires a storm system where the precipitation freezes and is pushed back up into the cloud to get more moisture and then falls and freezes again over and over until it falls. Hail sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like a hail of a lot of work. There has to be a layer of warm, wet air and cold, freezing air to make proper hail. Nature's jawbreaker. So, to make proper hail, that means that there's an improper hail. Tell me about improper hail. How is that made? How the hail? Science tag teaming. He ran out of space to go into detail. Sleet is boring and just freezes and falls. Yeah. You moved your computer because I like you. You moved to your computer because you like. Yay! I'm so glad you're hanging out, Liam. glad you guys are science tag teaming, teaching me about the difference between sleet and hail. I don't I don't know about y'all, but I have a lot of fun on these Monday art nights. I don't know if I accomplish anything really other than prolonging my sense of wonderment and joy for another 7-day period. But it's really fun to hang out and chat with y'all. And hopefully, y'all are able to get some creativity going. You're not just watching me. I mean, I don't mind if you're just watching me. But I hope that you get the opportunity to be creative on Monday nights with me. So your burns are those annoying ones where you just scorch the top layer of skin, like with the steam of the popcorn bag. Or like, how do you actually accomplish this? You made Evie be creative. It's so cute. I'm so jealous. My one kind of stinks. My little cat doesn't do anything. You know that? I think it's, who is it? Anna Akana, maybe? Who has the video about I have 6 cats. And one of her cats' name is Congress because he's lazy and doesn't do anything. Yeah. This is Congress. He's dumb and he doesn't do anything. If you haven't seen I have 6 cats, I'm gonna link it.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. But
Ugh, I need the video. Ah, yes. What was the Planet Fitness ad that just happened? Here we go. There you go. I'm just gonna have a wee listen to this right now. I have 6 cats. If I could, I'd have infinity cats. There's no such number. Jimmy. Grumpy kitty. Oh my gosh. I want her life. You should adopt a couple of cats. Beetle. Nah. I want 6 cats. How do I get 6 cats? An orange flavored cat. I used to have an orange flavored cat. He was precious. And his name was Kelsier. Kelsier, if you've read the books. And he now lives with my friend who I cat sit for. So I still get to see him all the time. He's very sweet. Very cute baby. But he's way happier not living in my house for some reason. Ben, are you coming back? Is it time for this? What an absolute turd. Come on, Finn. Paint with me. Come on. Come over here, dum-dum. I command you, Finn. What an absolute jerk. Come here. Come here. Paint. She hates me. She hates me. It's fine. Purloin them. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I wish I could give, like, awards for my favorite cat puns. I'll have a pun of the evening award next week. I don't know what it will be. But there will be some sort of honor bestowed upon the best pun of the evening. Fan. Should give him a little stripe on the forehead. The Academy Awards. It was a bit forced, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Bad puns are just as worthy as good ones. So, I'm about it. The Academy Award. Yes, I love it. That's it. That's stuck. So, at the end of the stream, I will have an Academy Award. I don't know what you'll win. The honor of knowing that your pun was the best one of the evening. And then, since I see you guys all pretty regularly, maybe I'll come up with a cat pun sticker or something. Yeah. The award will be real. I'm gonna have to keep track of everyone who wins the Academy Award. A cat amew. Oh my god, it's getting worse, doll. It's getting worse. The Academy Awards. And the nominees are myself for Duncan the fish, Liam for purloining them, Doll for Academy Awards, and there was one much earlier that I can't remember, but there's always one. Tomo? Is that the name? Is that your Twitch name? You always have brilliant puns as well. The The Academy Awards. 3 nominees tonight. Yours was recycled? Why are you recycling puns? Just kidding. It's good for the environment, recycling puns. Everyone's happier when we recycle. I think it's fine. I think that the origin of the pun doesn't matter. I guess I do need an academy, actually. If it's an academy award, I need to have an academy to vote on it. Is that what my my fan base will be called? Fans fan base? Fans fan base will be called the Academy. Academy by winning. Oh, so I just have to pick the first winner then. I guess I just, yeah, I'll pick the first winner and then you're in the Academy. And then you get to vote for the next Academy Award. I like this. I like this plan. That's how the fancy film people do it. We are fancy film people. We need to plan. We need to plan our filmmaking weekend before one that we're gonna do before September. We should live stream our writing process. Oh my god. You're starting to feel betterish. That's good. We wouldn't get shut down. It would be fine. We just mark it as very mature audiences. because the audience maturity will make up for our immaturity and it would balance out. I think that's how it works. The Tesla one was I still desperately want to make it. So we had this film festival that we do every year. And we were gonna so the film festival, it's 3 days and you have to write it, film it, edit it, polish it, upload it all within 3 days. And we were trying to figure out what we were gonna write. And one of the ideas was so inappropriate, involving a Tesla and a garage and like exhaust that may or may not exist in a Tesla. And it was it was really inappropriate and really dark. But I mean, it's who we are as people living in this hellscape of a country. It was really hard to not just bite the bullet and make this really inappropriate film. But it still lives in my head every day. I think of like, that would be really funny. But you know, we'd spend a week on it and nobody would watch it. So, you know. So it's fine. We need to upload our others. Actually, I'm fine if nobody ever sees the first one that we did. I'm fine if that never sees the light of day, actually. But this year's I'm really proud of. And I think we should show it off. Take a break from drawing for half a second. We might get a few laughs during the screening. I think that the Tesla film would actually do really well in certain contexts. I think it would do well on social media. I don't know about serious filmmakers if they would appreciate that kind of humor. But I'm a serious filmmaker and I appreciate that kind of humor, so who knows. I want to play Time Guesser. I don't know. I'm feeling it at the moment. I'm feeling Time Guesser. Come back to this drawing in a moment. And that first one, yeah, it was okay. You know, it was fine. But also, it was not. It was like pretty forced, you know. It felt like we were really trying to push something, you know. The writing needs another round of edits, and it definitely needs to be filmed without a particular actor. All right, I feel like we're in Rio 2016 in this one. I think this one's pretty obvious, right? Where was the Olympics? Was it like downtown? City center? Go there. 2016. I haven't played this in a while. It's been many days. 7 years? Holy shit. Well, poop. All right, looks like we've got Atlanta right here, 2024, 2025. Where is this? Eastern Europe somewhere? Hungary? Romania? I feel like this is a place that I know. But where? I feel like it's always Budapest when I never expect it to be. Unless we're in Finland. Finland is weird. Anybody know where these cities are? This is not real. This is not real. That is Photoshop, AI. That's terrifying. That's not real. I hate it. I hate this. This is 62. Leave it at 62. And somewhere in here. Let's see. 69, and damn it. I knew it was gonna be in Finland. I knew it was gonna be in Finland. Oh well. Just let me stop looking at that. Let that lady stop looking at me. More like. Fort Saint Michel. Are we out here somewhere? Where's Saint-Malo? No. Where is Mont Saint Michel? Where is that? Mathieu. It could be. Where is that? Where's French New Guinea? I'm thinking it's... I mean, it's probably Paris, honestly. Everything is Paris, always. But where is Mont Saint-Michel? This thing. Where is that? Normandy. Is it cheating? Probably. So it's... I've been there. It was a day trip from Rennes. I don't think it's in the south because it's in Normandy. So it's gotta be in this section. Ah, the Mont Saint-Michel. Found it. Maybe here? I don't know. These are like, that's like a big city building. So I'm just gonna go here. And what is this? 90s? '80s. 1990. 81, and I knew it was gonna be fucking Paris. Knew it. I knew it was Paris. Just like I knew it was Finland last time. Alright. What do we got? Chinese? Police? Oh, that's Japanese. Tobacco. But this is all Chinese. So... China? Shanghai. Why not? This phone. 2002? 2003? So this store appears to be Japanese. I think this store has Japanese in it. Japanese language. But there's not any Japanese here. Well, it could be Japan. I mean, the Japanese do use Chinese characters. So it could be Japan. Why not? Some random place in Tokyo. 2003, random place in Tokyo. Here we go. Alright. Cool. Next. 2010. It's so late for that crappy phone. Youth Against War and Fascism. Is this the Antifa I've been hearing about? I don't know where this is. But yeah, definitely the 60s. 63. 6. I think later 60s. 65 to be safe. Smartphones weren't common until 2012. Maybe, yeah. That's probably true. It's crazy that I've lived that much of my life without smartphones. And now I'm utterly dependent upon it. I didn't have smartphones in college. I barely had wireless internet in college. Crazy. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Washington, but also weren't MPs during this time called to schools and the like as well? So I feel like we could also be like anywhere. But I'm gonna guess Washington, 65. 2 years off, 3 miles away. Hell yeah. Not bad. Final score, 39,000. Actually, not too bad, surprisingly, with these mistakes. That mistake. I guess that's not that bad. Got the right country, at least. Whatevs. Well, that was fun. Back to painting. Drawing. Whatever you call this. I actually need to think about bed here quite soon. I have a lot to do tomorrow. And I love bed. It's my favorite part of the day. What are y'all gonna do with your Tuesday? Anything good? I have 2 separate doctor's appointments tomorrow, so I'm gonna go crazy. doctor's appointments in 2 different places. Can't wait. Work, work, zug, zug. Work, then play video games. Yeah. Video games. Dig out. Oh my gosh. Have you had that much snow? How much snow have you actually had? I have archery practice tomorrow night. So that will be a welcome relief after doctor's appointments. Good luck at your appointment on Wednesday, Liam. I love doctors. Great, great fun doctor's appointments. I need to get back on Final Fantasy. I haven't been on in weeks now. What am I doing with my life? 2 to 3 more inches tonight after 5 or 6 so far. Jeez. That's fun. I hope you got enough bread and milk before all that kicked off. Major storm, but by no means unusual. Yeah, French toast supplies. I always wonder why, like, the bread and milk is the first thing to go. And I guess French toast is just really good when it's snowing out. I don't know. Oh, the lake effect banned in northern PA. Yuck. Yeah, I bet you had a lot of snow up there. Probably about as much as I had. Missouri and Indiana combined. Kind of jaded on snow amounts. Yeah, you don't get that much very often. 12 plus, that's a lot. 2009, that's a lot. That's more than anyone down here would be able to handle. I don't think people here would handle 3 inches very well. I I had a thought, but I don't know what it was. I actually have no idea how I'm gonna paint this, other than vaguely watercolor. But I do know I'm not gonna get to it tonight. Absolutely not gonna get to it tonight. I'm gonna have another pass at my shoes really quick though, before I pack it in. I'm also trying to figure out where I'm gonna put the wording, like the typography, because I want there to be some. I mean, I did anyway when I was thinking Art Nouveau. I dare not at the bottom, but I don't know now. All right, I'm gonna have another look at these shoes. Oh my god, my leg is freaking exploding. Anything over 12 is undrivable. Yeah. Completely. Yeah. Downtown, you had snow piled over your heads from the emergency route, blocked your cars for a couple of weeks. Holy crap. Yeah. Snowplow is like it always blocks in. But now I live in a place where there's really no snow and I have a garage. So I don't know if I'll have to deal with that anymore. My nails are so weak right now. I can't open this. Hey, Finn. What are you doing? You little turd. Time for more help? I'm pretty sure she just stuck her nose in the paint. Don't do that. Little Finn. Here. You gonna stick your nose in the paint? Stick your nose in this paint. This one. Oh my god. Right here. Stupid. Right here. That one. That's yours. Just for little baby Finn. Nobody else gets to paint on that one. Oh, Finn. What a cute cat you are. So cute, I can't really tolerate it. Aw, Finn, you want to play with your new little buddy? never gonna do it. She's never gonna paint that picture for me. Look at her playing with her little toy, though. That's absolutely not her toy. That's mine. But it can be hers now. If she wants it, she can have it. This cat is my best friend. I mean, no offense to any of you guys. But this cat's really good. Really good cat. So much shoveling. So that's what you're gonna do tomorrow. Shoveling. Super exciting. Love that for you. Hopefully I don't have to do that for a while. Because we don't have a shovel. We'd be screwed. No qualms being second to Fen? Good. Because she's really my bestie. I just... What if I didn't see the Facebook post where my friend had fostered this kitten? Attempt to go to bed. Good night. Thanks for drawing. I'll see you on Friday. If not Wednesday. But probably Friday. Have a good night. Don't do anything crazy. Yeah, but if I didn't see the Facebook post where one of my friends was fostering this adorable little cat, and I didn't go meet her, what a world. And I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know what kind of world I was missing. I wouldn't even know, Finn. If I leave these out to dry overnight, what's the likelihood that Finn knocks them in the floor and gets paint everywhere? What's the chance of that? done nothing for my hatred of the brush. Still loathe it. Alright, it is 11 o'clock. I've been going for 3.5 hours. I think once I get this coat on, I am gonna also try to go to bed. Last night, I read a physical book before bed, and it was quite nice. I'm reading The Fellowship of the Ring. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a fantasy book. I think there's a movie out that you can watch if you don't want to read the book. But it's pretty old, so I don't think there's a lot of hype about it at this point, because it's a pretty old book. I don't know, it's like written in the 30s or something. 60s? I don't know when it was written, but it's old. And it's really interesting. It's like pretty standard fantasy, you know, like elves and dwarves and crap. But there's also these little creatures called hobbits, which are really interesting because they're just really, it sounds like they have a really good life. They eat like 6 meals a day, and then they just smoke tobacco. It's really cool. I don't know what's about to happen with these hobbits because I'm not there yet. And I might actually just watch the film instead, just to find out what happens, so I don't have to. I like spoilers, you know, so I might watch the films if I can find them. I mean, they're pretty old too, made in like 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. But yeah, there's these little hobbits. They're just like short little dudes that walk around barefoot and smoke tobacco and eat all the time. It sounds great to be a hobbit. But anyway, I was reading last night, just a physical book in the bed before going to sleep. I actually read out loud for a little bit. I recommend it. It was really relaxing. But yeah, I think this Fellowship of the Ring book, I think it's gonna be good. I think that I know there's a movie, but I think there's already a movie, but I think it has the potential to be really popular if the movie, if the film, like if the book, everything catches on. I think there's a lot of potential for that one. So yeah, I would give Fellowship of the Ring a read. I'm really enjoying it so far. But if you're not into fantasy, then it might not be for you. I don't know. Will they do a sequel? Like, to the Fellowship of the Ring? I think, because I think there's 3 books, or 3 parts of, so the overall book, I think, is called The Lord of the Rings, and then there's 3, like, sub-books, Fellowship of the Ring, 2 Towers, and then, actually, I can have it here, hang on. Return of the King is the third one. I'm only on the first one, but I think they've already made all 3 movies. So probably don't even need to read this, honestly. The print is so tiny. Like, look at this. Look how small the print is in these books. It's gonna blow your mind. I need a magnifying glass. Knob, he said to himself, slapping his forehead. Now what does that remind me of? Not another letter you've written, I hope, Mr. Butterbur, said Mary. Now, Mr. Brandybuck, don't go reminding me of that. Oh my god, spoilers. What am I doing? They're tiny books. Tiny books. But once I slap these last coats on, I'm gonna go and catch up on what's going on in the Shire. I almost said the 2 rivers. I'm gonna go catch up on what's going on in the 2 rivers. The Shire. It's all the same, right? Also, I was watching Rings of Power the other day. And like, I know that we're all Wheel of Time fans here, mostly. But I can only compare those shows, Rings of Power and the Wheel of Time. I shouldn't compare them, but they, came along around the same time. They're both fantasy shows. And I am enjoying Rings of Power way more than the Wheel of Time. And let me tell you for why. The orcs. The orcs in Rings of Power didn't make me laugh. The Trollocs in the Wheel of Time TV show made me laugh. They were not frightening at all. They were hilarious. And that's my biggest beef with the Wheel of Time TV show. Yeah, let me tell you about the Wheel of Time, doll. If you've never heard of the Wheel of Time, it's a fantasy series. Yeah, it does. It repeats over and over. And it's a fantasy series where there's like 7 ages or something. And then there's like witches, and the female witches, the lady witches, they're okay. They're allowed to exist, kind of. According to most people, the lady witches are all right. But there are also boy witches, and they're crazy, and nobody likes them. So this is the story of one of those boy witches and how he has to learn to be a boy witch and teach other boy witches how to be a boy witch. And it's also the story of how a bunch of the girl witches revolutionize being a girl witch. So it's pretty good. It's really short though. That's the only downside to the Wheel of Time, is that it's really short. There's only, I think, 14 books, and each book is like only 1,000 pages each, really. So it's quite short. So you definitely find that you want more, and there's just not enough of it. But yeah, it's a pretty good one if you're okay with you know, witches and not reading a whole lot about them. There's a really good introductory book called The Big White Book. And honestly, if you just read that, you'll have the whole story. Like, it's kind of like a Cliff's Notes. You get pictures of all the characters and all the flags and geography and all this stuff. That one's quite good. And you could read that one just by itself. You don't need to read the rest of the series. But like I said, it's already pretty short, so it's not that much of a commitment if you just want to read the whole thing anyway. I actually think the Wheel of Time, or the Lord of the Rings, kind of rips off the Wheel of Time in some ways, I think. But I guess, Tolkien just wasn't very creative. So he had to borrow ideas from other authors. But that's okay. Does it the Big White Book does have really good art. The Big White Book is like, if you think Fenn's paintings are top tier, Fenn has nothing on the art in the Big White Book. The art in that one is just wildly incredible. Is it sarcasm? The world may never know. What completely... Yeah, no sarcasm at all. That would be hilarious if people came in and heard me complaining that Tolkien wasn't very creative. But, like, honestly, though, they both blatantly took things from Norse mythology, which I think is great. I love that for both of those stories. Ooh, where did he used to teach? That's awesome. I mean, I went to Oxford for a summer. I studied at the same college as a load of people. A load of people went there. Let me think. Oscar Wilde. That's one. What else? There was another that I was thinking of. I don't know. A load of authors went there. Yeah, the Wheel of Time was taken from everything. There's not a single original thought in that one. There is a lot of also ample bosom. So it's basically 50,000 pages of softcore. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoyed it. Lots of light BDSM. Lots of it. What book should I badly review next? I need to get in there with like a really fine brush and hit those white spots out. I've heard about this guy called Shakespeare. I've heard about that. Maybe I'll read some of those and give you the Cliff's Notes on those so you don't have to read them. Because they're not, from what I've heard, they're not very good. But I could take one for the team there and just kind of let you know what happens in those stories. Cosmere. Oh my god. Yeah, Cosmere would be a tough one. Because, like, I could honestly only badly explain those. At this point, it's too vast. And I don't have the brain power to comprehend the Cosmere. I'm slowly working my way through Wind and Truth. I got a friend who's reading it for the second time right now. And I just like, why? How? How did you read it the first time? I think it's going to be months before I finish that book. And to the point where I'm probably going to look up spoilers just to get it out of the way. Just so that I know what happens and I don't have to read all the pages. Have I ever been curious about Mormonism? No. Not even a little bit, strangely. But I've started reading Elantris. Like, I do dislike caffeine. Caffeine is the devil, actual. But I've started reading Elantris like 4 or 5 times, and I just can't get past the, like, colonial, like, trying to convert people to whatever the religion is in that book. But I'm assured that it's worth it. But I also have such limited time on Earth that I am not afraid of a DNF pile. I'm not afraid of it at all. In fact, I love my DNF pile. And I hope you all have delightfully long DNF piles of books just lying about, waiting to go to the secondhand shop, to the half-price bookstore, whatever. I hope you're only reading stuff that you want to read, that captivates you, and holds your interest throughout the entire length of the book. This is my reverse curse for you. Is that a blessing? Is a reverse curse, is that a blessing? It's the reader's blessing. May your DNF pile be great, and your books only ever please you. There's several coats on there. We're starting to look like a color, but I need to still get in there with a really, really small brush. But I'm hesitant to do that because I'm bad at brush. So for now, I leave it where it is. And I head into bed. Because the fellowship isn't going to ring without me. So my DNF file does not need to include the Fellowship of the Ring. Although I finished it when I was probably 16. It was the first and last time I read The Lord of the Rings. I think the last thing I tried was the Silmarillion, and I was in high school, so that was a long time ago. Long time ago. And next Monday, I'm gonna keep working on that cat. These shoes I'm gonna work on offline, probably tomorrow. I'll finish those up tomorrow. But cat and fish, that'll happen next Monday. Unless, you know, some sort of crazy muse comes upon me and I decide to do something else instead. Do you ever wonder about the faith that made the Amish violent? Oh, geez. You emphasized a little too much with the You empathize a little too much with the character who still feels every injury. Oh, doll. Let me tell you about that. I got that far into the book, so I know about that part. But whenever I talk about how I like don't heal, that is what I'm thinking of. Like sprains don't heal. I sprained my wrist doing nothing, and I just have a broken wrist for months and months and months now. It is, yeah, it's fun. Hypermobility, it's great. I love it. You read the Silmarillion end to end. Not proud. I'm not surprised to know that you've done that. And why would you not be proud? It's just Elf Bible. It's fine. I think it's full of interesting stuff. So, I mean, be proud or not proud. Nothing to not be proud of. What am I gonna do Thursday? I'm gonna do some Shakespeare. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I had a lot of fun on Friday driving. I think last Thursday I drove and did Shakespeare, and that was really tough. I don't know if I'll do that again, because that was tough. But your singed fingers are now fine, but your bruise on your torso from carrying a box is forever. Yeah. Man. It's a good time. It's a good time never healing from wounds. You know who else didn't heal from certain wounds? Characters in stories such as The Lord of the Rings and The Wheel of Time. Both had characters who had wounds that didn't heal because they were created by evil blades. So, yeah, clearly Tolkien ripped off Robert Jordan. So, yeah, Thursday. I don't know what I'll do. There'll be some Shakespeare though. Figure it out later. I had an idea for it in the car today. I didn't write it down. So now I'm gonna have to just go about the week trying to remember what the brilliant idea was that I had. Well. Anyway, that's bedtime for me. Oh, oh, that sounds awful. As much as I would love to talk about open gallbladder removal, I would like to read. So I'm gonna go read and try to remember, rack my brain, try to remember what I was thinking I was gonna do on Thursday for Shakespeare. Maybe I'll just read a play and just do all the voices. Just gonna have fun with Shakespeare on Thursday. Whatever. It'd be great. Uh Jesus. Ugh. Ah. Awful. Alright. I'm out of here. Y'all should also be out of here at some point and read something. If you're still in a creative mood, keep creating stuff. If your cats are cute, and they are, I know this. If you're animals, if you have cute animals, take pictures and send them to me. If you created something, take a picture, post it in the Discord if you want to. I had so much fun working on this, and this little cat, and this, I'm trying to get this little cat to make some art at all. We'll keep working on it. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out. I love you guys. I will see you hopefully Thursday. If not,